Hello, YouTube fans and Facebook fans of DX Engineering. You're both on here. This is Tuesdays with DX Engineering, and it is 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 18:15 Zulu on December 2022. And we have a special guest on today. It's Mark, W8BBQ from the DX Engineering Sales and Technical Support Team. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Tim. Thanks for having me on your show here this Christmas week.
Yes, it is a big week. And Mark, what are guys getting for Christmas? I mean, what are you hearing on the phones?
Well, we've been selling a lot of handheld radios, it seems. Along with the larger models also. But you know, in years past, it seemed there was a big hit on the gift cards and stuff. But those hams must be really pressing their wives with exact part numbers this year because they're calling in knowing what they want.
Mark, you spend a lot of time with our customers on the phone and kind of walking them through things. How about some of these new radios? Um, the 710, even the 7300, but the 705. What are the common themes that you see in the new radios?
Just phenomenal progress being made. I mean, it just seems like the industry's come so far. The biggest issue anymore just trying to decide which one would best fit you,
Right.
because they're all great radios. Whether it's the ICOM or the AC, they've both got some great things going for them that years ago, if we wanted to purchase such a radio with options like that, the price would be incredibly higher.
So, what about the value of having a good 13.8 volt power supply? What about that?
It's a necessity. I mean, there's certain things in your station. Hopefully, if budget allows, you can get the best of the best for everything because every incremental part of your station is important. But yeah, the power supply, you definitely want a good power supply, good clean power supply that's putting out the voltage that your radio needs all the time.
And what about connectors and coax? Uh, what kind of advice do you give on connectors and coax?
Just that area is probably the easiest to go down the wrong path on. Connectors and coax, not a place to cheap out on, for a lot of different reasons. Um, we have somebody that both you and I, Tim, know that I spoke with on the phone this morning, who's having issues with his inverted L on 160. And I think we might have tracked it down to an SO239 connector, that may not have been purchased from DX Engineering. Yeah, it's very important. And you know better than anybody that once something like that gives out, trying to track everything down and what it leads to, and just the power and performance loss in the meantime, just something that doesn't need to happen.
And it's frustrating too for somebody who goes to a ham fest and sees some of these low cost connectors and says, "Oh, I'll just
Right.
get a handful of those," and then there's trouble. What do you think? I mean, we had the guys on from Bouvet that are going to Bouvet. What do you think about how our customers and others are thinking about this D expedition, which is really once in a lifetime?
Right, right. So much talk about it, obviously, social media, on the phone calls that we get. And, I'm right there with it. I know you had Wayne from DX Engineering on the show last week, and he showed off his Beauvais cart. I didn't want to be left behind, so I brought mine. And there's going to be something in this next month, I could tell you that.
There
But
you go.
yeah, so it's going to be ATNO for me too. So really excited about it, and like you said, almost a once in a lifetime thing.
So you got to have your antenna system really tuned up to be able to get through the pileup. a good radio. And what about the amplifier, Mark? I mean, how important is the amplifier?
Uh, an amplifier is an important part of the equation. When it comes to something like this de-expedition, um, but good coax, good antennas, and skill and practice and listening, can a lot of times overcome that. But for a de-expedition such as the one coming up here next month, I think that an amplifier is, it's
Well,
definitely going to help you out.
and what about Crozet? Do you have Crozet, Mark?
I do not. I've been keeping track of that to the point where I just received a picture here a couple minutes ago what the shack looks like. They landed a little while ago today. So it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously rare. One man show. A little tougher than the all out effort that's going on with the guys going to Beauvais. So.
Yeah, so it is going to be. I mean, there's a lot of demand for Crozet, so that's going to be a kind of a fun Christmas thing here. We've got William is on Alpha Delta 8 India Tango and India Tango 9 India Delta Golf. Sorbello is on, and Sorbello is here almost every time. Whiskey 6 Bravo Juliet Radio, and our friend Dino. You know Dino really well, Mark.
Hello, Dino.
Yeah, you've worked with Kilo
Yeah,
Lima.
Dino, the king of 160 there.
And hopefully this is going to be the year that he gets that tower project cooking. I know we've all been rooting for that. And let's see, we've got Whiskey 4 Tango Fox, and also our friend Jeff, Kilo Bravo 8 Zulu Whiskey Tango. Hello, Jeff.
Yep.
And Kilo Delta 8 Oscar Echo. And our friend Dan, WA4 Mike Oscar Mike. Hello and good afternoon. Tim and Mark, Merry Christmas to all. Holiday greetings from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. And our friend November 8 Golf Uniform Yankee got to have breakfast with Guy at the at the Hubbard breakfast place. Whiskey 7 Juliet Echo Tango and Whiskey Delta 4 Fox Mike Golf, and our friend Dave, Kilo 8 Delta Victor from the DX Engineering team. The best gifts come from DX Engineering. What will be under your tree this year? Lots of stocking stuffers, DXE. And Steve, he's November Alpha 5 Charlie. Steve and I emailed earlier this week. I got Crozet on both modes a couple of decades ago. I plan to QRX so others can contact him. And, you pointed out, Mark, it's a one-man show, so it's going to be pretty tough on the operator, right?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I think anytime you get into those most wanted lists like that, it's definitely some work for the operator, but I'm sure he'll get as many cues out as he can.
Does he have an amplifier? Do you know?
I am not sure. In the photograph that I seen, no.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be fun nonetheless. What do you think about the sunspots? How about 10 meters and 15 meters?
Yeah, it's having flashbacks to the 80s there, to the 1980s. So that's working good. And that's great, especially for, some of the new techs just not too long into having their license, that they can get on and in phone mode to work some DX if they choose.
Yeah, it is. It's really enjoyable when you have a solar flux of 140, 150, and you can get on 10 meters with 100 watts and not much of an antenna.
Absolutely.
And talk all over the place. So it's really good. How about some Christmas ideas? What do you got up your sleeve, Mark, for Christmas? What if somebody's looking for an idea?
Handhelds seem to be the big thing. Always the gift cards go out well, but it's hard to pick choices. Tools are a good thing that that could be universal. Crimping tools, prepping tools, soldering tools. But the one thing above the selection to remember is, I'm a last minute shopper myself, and there's been some items I've had to pass on Amazon because they won't be delivered in time.
That's
But
right.
but with DX Engineering, I mean, I know we're into a Tuesday here right before Christmas, but they're, unless you're looking at some 22-foot chrome moly mast, I think that we can still get you that stuff by this weekend. So
Yes,
that's a good thing to keep in mind.
it is. That's a great point, Mark, because we are getting down to the wire on shipping, and it's time to get those orders in for Christmas. So, but Mark, thanks so much for coming on today and having some Christmas fun. And this goes without saying. I mean, Merry Christmas to everybody. And if you need something from DX Engineering, get your orders in now. That's the best advice.
Still get them there.
All righty. Thanks, Mark. 73 and 73 to all the viewers. And we'll see you next time here from DX Engineering.
Happy holidays.